Isn't she adorable? Oh my gosh, she's so sweet.
Play with me, I want to dance.
Hi, little miss. Well, hello, little baby. Hello.
So my name's Bailey.
Hi. Oh, you have a big sissy, hey, Pee-Pee.
Bailey, be nice.
You have a big sissy, Bailey, don't you? Yes. Oh, sweet. Oh,
Play with me. Say, play with me. I'll play with you. Say no one plays with me. Good. Not fast. You're the best cat ever, Wokey. So a while back I was listening to the Adam Carolla show, and he was talking about how he feels it's important to have balance, and he recommends people go out and buy one of those balancing board systems that a lot of surfers use. And I went online and I saw the price of those things, and I got to looking around and I realized, hey, I still have an original Vision double deck. And for those of you who don't know, this is one of the first skateboards where the tail and the nose had the same shape. Prior to this, they had what they called the fish tail and no nose at all. And so I'm like, why not use my Vision double deck and just buy a 3-inch piece of PVC? So instead of spending $100 and some odd on a professional balancing board system, I paid $3 for a piece of PVC and used a 34-year-old skateboard deck, and it works. To be honest with you, I've been doing this inside on my carpet. This is the first time I've done it on concrete, and you can see I need to put more practice in, but yeah, I will continue to work my balance, and cool. But I don't know, what do you want from me? There you go, cheap balancing system. I get the concept of social distancing and quarantining, and I appreciate everybody who's working while they're going through this. But I just went through Culver's, got some cheese curds, and everybody knows Culver's puts these little plastic numbers on your door handles when they tell you to park. Well, because they don't want people touching them and all that, they're using Post-it notes, which is fine. So I pay the order. Their employee puts a Post-it note on my mirror, says 30. Okay, cool. Pull up. His co-worker hands me my food, and I said, "You forgot your Post-it note." And he said, "Well, you have to take it off. We're not allowed touching it." But you put it on. I never laid a hand on it. So your colleague, the guy you're standing in the room with all day, puts it on my car. I never touch it. But you're not allowed to touch it to take it off, even though you have gloves on. But I, as a customer who don't have gloves, now have to touch a Post-it note that's been inside your facility, touched by your co-workers, and put on my car. But you're not allowed to touch it, but now I have to touch it to remove it off and put it in the trash. Not a big deal, but on the sake of transference and quarantining and social distancing, wouldn't it make sense that you, who have glove on, who's standing in the same building, in the same room, next to the guy who also had gloves on, who put it on my car, take it off because both of you are sharing the same environment that Post-it came from naturally? Whereas I haven't touched it. It wasn't in the cab of my truck. It wasn't in the room with me. The three of you came from the same room, but it's up to me to remove it and throw it in your trash can. I don't know. I'm just a podcast host and a computer guy. What do I know about sanitation? Can't really see her in there, but Sammy's in here going for her first car ride. Got Sammy this case so I can start taking her to work with me so that she can get out of her cage and get out of her house and have more fun in her life. So this is her first time in the car, in the case, in a car wash. So I just figured why not overload all her stimuli at one time. And yeah, the car wash on her first ride and her first car ride in her first case. Sammy, doop doop. Sammy girl. Car washes, birds, fun. Welcome everybody to another episode of the What's the Scuttlebutt podcast, What's in Your Garage edition. I think this is episode 8 of the What's the Scuttlebutt podcast studio in a crate. We said box, but to be honest with you, this is a crate. I decided that things are going well, except for underneath the mixing board. That whole compartment was becoming a crazy mess with all the wires. I need to make some provisions, partitions, that's it. I need to make some partitions in order to keep the clutter from being cluttered. We need an organized mess below the deck of this crate, so that's what we're going to do today. Real quick though, we here at the Digital 410 Productions Network have been trying to get some likes, and we want to get to 1,000 subscribers, because at 1,000 subscribers, as you all know, we can monetize. And so we are going to bribe you guys to get to 1,000. So here's what we're going to do. Between now and June 29th, if we get to 500 subscribers, we're going to give away a $50 gift card to Amazon. What we'll do is when we get to when we get to 500 subscribers, I will print out 1 through 500, chop them up, put them in a hat, let Nugget choose a number at random, and then whatever number coincides to that person who likes us, we will contact them. Nay, we will post a video with your name saying you won and give you a week to contact us back so that we know you watch our videos. And if we don't hear from you, we'll draw another name and another name until we give this $50 gift card away. So between now and June 29th of 2020, like and subscribe. Thank you much. And so here's another cool item I picked up on eBay. I paid $19, free shipping and handling. Allegedly, this is an original issue 8-clip bandolier plus cardboard for the M1 Garand. Now, I'm not saying this isn't original, and I'm not saying it's not an issue, but what I'm saying is as far as I know, they didn't package all this in a nice plastic bag back in the day. I half suspect that someone bought bulk crates of this unissued stuff, and they packaged this as a way to sell it in their store. I will say this plastic does look old, so this may have been packaged up sometime in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. So my question for you guys is, should I open it? Once again, price is right. I could use some more clips for my M1 Garand, and I never had the cardboard sleeves before, and I do have a reproduction bandolier, and it would be interesting to do a side-by-side comparison between a quote-unquote original new old stock and my reproduction. But have any of y'all ever seen a kit like this? Once again, I know they didn't package these like this in World War II. Anyhow, I thought it was pretty cool. Price was right. Let me know what you guys think. Should we open them up on the next video and compare them to my reproduction stuff? Actually, to be honest with you, I don't have reproduction clips. Clips are clips. But I've never, like I said, never had the cardboard before, and I do have a reproduction bandolier. So let me know what you guys think. So I just picked up this monitor, and I saw something that made me giggle. Just a monitor. For those of you who've worked in warehouses, you're welcome. Inverter for the car, so whenever we do podcasts out of the cab of the truck, these are my microphone stands. Obviously this is the extension cord. This is where the microphones are going to go. All I got to do now is do some wire management here, reinstall my power strip there if I'm going to put it there. I may change that up a little bit, but we're getting close to done. I will say I'm going to put some handles on the side because this thing is starting to get heavy. I also got to paint it. I haven't decided what color I want to paint it yet. I was kind of thinking about painting it the ammo box brown, but all the pictures I look at on the internet for Signal Corps, which I was thinking about putting a Signal Corps logo on it, all their equipment boxes were green, but I've heard people complain that reenactors paint too much of their stuff green, so I thought about doing the ammo box brown. I haven't decided yet. If you guys have a suggestion, let me know in the comments below. But we're getting closer to finally getting this podcast studio in a box done.
This has been a Digital 410 production.